Oi, oi! Day two's All My Bets video. As promised, I would record the same day. No, I'm not just wearing the same t-shirt every day of the week. It is the same day. It's still Monday. It's just gone past midday. Obviously, we've got the Wednesday declarations that have come in now. Some potentially a little bit I might have to tweak in the Grand Annual. I need to do a little bit more work in that race. I want to say disappointing number of entries in there, but I don't want to poo-poo any race at the festival. But I'm pretty set for most races on day two. So what I'm going to read out to you now is pretty much where we are, I think, with it. It's some really good competitive racing. I'm really looking forward to day two. First couple of days look bangers. So, as touched on in my day one video, if you haven't already seen that, then I'm just sharing what I do year in, year out. So I like to share what I've staked, give you an idea of what returns I've got back. So, I mean, if you want to cheer on for me, you can. If you want to laugh at me, you can laugh at the same time too. But this is a strategy that I've used for many, many years, been profitable for over 15 years at the Cheltenham Festival. Fingers crossed we get the same luck again this year. It does sometimes spill down to a little bit of luck, but if we get into the right prices, then we can sit okay. So again, I'll mention the single stakes that I've got on the races. I have got multiples going through the week, but as it stands at the moment, nothing from Tuesday's run. So there might be some more money riding on these Wednesday bets, depending on results from day one. So the actual figures I'll give here are the minimums for these single horses, but I'll share what I've staked singly on those, and then you get a bit of a feel for where I've got in at good or bad prices. So look, waffling over and done with, we'll crack straight on. Drop a like on the video if you want to be kind. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already and you're able to do that. If not, don't worry about it. And then drop a comment below if you want to be nice as well. Hopefully you've had good day ones already. Fingers crossed, I've already had a good day one. Right, honestly, Wednesday's racing is phenomenal this year. Kicking off with the Turners. The yellow clay has been confirmed for this race, so that makes me feel better. I really do think this is one of the best races of the festival this year. The New Lion, Final Demand, and the yellow clay, like, I have the utmost respect for each of those horses. I've said in the past about the New Lion that I wasn't so sure he was the one to win this race, so he's not a horse that I've actually got any money on. I do respect his chance. He's just been too short for me to get in the book. Anyway, we've staked for singles in the Turners. We've got 100 quid that's gone out on this. Now, I did back Jasmine DeVoe for this race. That wasn't non-runner money back. Isn't going there. So there is a loss that's got to be added into this after. So my stakes and things that I'm putting in here are just as they are stands now for live stuff. But I will do the review after where I share my profit and loss. But for the Turners, we've got the yellow clay for 600 and we've got Final Demand going for 300 off of a £100 outlay, but it's a bit more because we've got some money back from Jasmine DeVoe. But I still think the position I'm in there isn't the greatest, but it's not a terrible position to be sat in either. With the fact that we had the loss of Jasmine DeVoe in there in terms of the race, it looks a good one. Like, if the New Lion's good enough to go and win this, then fair enough. I'm hoping the yellow clay is something quite good. So he would be my one-on-one in the first race. Brown Advisory is the second race of the day. We've got about 250 quids staked on this one. Better Days Ahead's a horse I put up on the channel and in columns this season. He goes for £1,125. I still think he's got a good chance. I just didn't see as much in him last time as I might have wanted to. Ballyburn does look really, really good in this. So he runs for £575. I did Stellar Story as a bit of a cover because I could see him shortening coming to this race and being the right type to go well. He runs for £525. Ballyburn would be significantly more dependent on results on day one. He's in quite a few multiples as well. So where I touched on £250 worth of single stakes, we've got £160 worth of multiples. Those multiples could go up again, though, depending on results on day one. So look, first couple of races, I'm hopeful, but expectant of them both just being good clashes regardless. Then into the Coral Cup. You'll know me with my handicaps. I like to spread a bit. I've got £125 worth of stakes on the Coral Cup. There's a few quid in multiples, block bets, things like that as well. But the ones that we've got is Be Aware. I've got him at an all right price, so he returns £525. Impostoir, got him at an all right price as well. He returns £520. Sandor Cleggan, I have backed. He returns £370. He cropped up a bit more when me and Will did the preview, but I don't want to say FOMO, but I felt like he was the right one to get in at the price that I got him in at. So he's in. Bunting, he runs for £325. Wasn't sure if this is the race that he would come to. At the time of this recording, I don't know who's been jocked up on him. It wasn't showing when I looked a little bit earlier. If I refresh the BHA website, maybe I can see. Look at us, we're going live. Never work with animals or children. Yeah, can't see it on the Racing Post site either. So I don't know who's on, but like, obviously if Paul Townend was on him, it's a massive, massive boost. But I think Bunting is better than his mark. I thought his comeback run was quite good. Step up in trip should suit him. But there's a few that have got chances in there. Comfort Zone's another one I've got running for 3.15. So quite a lot of cover, but 125 going out. Of those 5 horses I've got in the running for me, 3.15 is the minimum I'd get back. 5.25 is the highest. Got a chance, I suppose, in the Coral, but it's a big field, competitive handicap. Anything could happen. I think if Be Aware acts like himself and doesn't act up, I think it is his race to lose, but we'll see. Then we move on to the Queen Mother Champion Chase. So we've got quite a bit of money going out on this one. Trying to think of my total stakes on this one. I think it's 300's my total stake. Maybe not. Yeah, 320 I've got on this. So I haven't got in at the exact right price because I've got 595 back from John Bon. Now, the sit and wait process, some of these bets have been struck months ago. This one's been put on much more recently. I'm going to be at the track anyway. I wanted to get into John Bon. I felt like when Gaelic Warrior wasn't coming in, I just imagined that he would start to tighten up a little bit, but he's not a massive, massive price, but on the exchanges, you can still get even money about him. So you would obviously have to take off the 2% commission. So I'm a little bit behind in terms of where I've backed him at in terms of value, but I still think he's a very good price. Understand the whole theory behind short price favourites in a Queen Mother Champion Chase getting beaten, things like that, but I wanted to get John Bon in. I hadn't already. He does roll through a few perms though at bigger prices, so that could come out of it. But yeah, we've backed John Bon at around about the price that he is now, although technically I've backed him a little bit worse. Then into the cross country, I've got 200 quid staked on the cross country. We've got Bustleton, Paul Beck's Naiad, put that horse up. I mean, you'd be foolish not to listen to what he says and follow in. So I have got Bustleton for a few quid, but I am pretty keen on Stumptown. 660 quid I get back from Stumptown in here. I've been holding off a little bit to try and get a bit of a bigger price. I was hoping I'd get bigger than 3-1, sort of 7-2-ish. He's 11-4 since Final Decks have come in. I'm happy to, I don't want to say pounce, but I'm happy to strike some more money on him at this stage where he is. I wouldn't need to top him up anymore. He's the only horse I would say that I feel I may have got a bit too much into for the fact that it is a bit deep in behind. But I strongly believe what I saw in him in December. I do think the £8 rise is going to be not helping his chance, but it's not going to be stopping his progress enough for him to get beaten here. With a cross country, you do need like a bit of luck in running. I say a bit, you probably need a lot of luck in running, but I give him a proper chance. But I'm just talking a bit more about him in the fact that he is one of the bigger winners of the day. He is a horse where I've had quite a bit of money on. The confidence is there, but I wouldn't want people to blindly go back in saying, oh, well, Dave says Stumptown's definitely going to win because he's got this much on it. It will definitely win. Look, he's got his chance. It's probably a risky race to get involved in, but I'm still backing my opinion in there. Then the Grand Annual, I've only got one bet on this. I backed Unexpected Party at 20s, I think. I've got £525 to come back from that. Yeah, we've only got £25 outlay on the race. So what's that, 20-1 then? Yeah, but I backed him for the race last year. He seemed an obvious one to be plotting for this. I don't know whether he has been plotted as much as he was plotted for it last year, but there's a few horses that would have chances in that race, and they're all quite tight at the front. I just haven't got into too many at the fancier prices like I might have done for the other handicaps. So I might have a couple of interests in there, but as it stands, I don't know who they would definitely be because it's a long sort of short list underneath. And then in the bumper, I have backed Copacabana. We've got it's £80 worth of stakes on the bumper. 400 quid comes back for him. Now, I did foolishly back Wind Beneath My Wings as well. I say foolishly. I backed him when it was non-run of money back, but I chose an anti-post market because he was 2 points it was all intents and purposes to come in here. So I have got slapped with a £50 loss on there. So my stakes in the bumper's gone up. But Copacabana's a horse that Patrick rode when Fun was running over in the UK, and he doesn't normally not ride her. I thought that was quite telling. It was a good bumper. Lots of horses were fancied in there, and he got backed. And then, of course, I mean, I haven't triple checked, but he's short enough and on the exchanges. I'd imagine that he's Patrick's ride in the bumper. The bet's already struck now anyway, so we're in on him. I think he looks like a nice enough type. Bambino Fever, I give a squeak to. Calypso Chance has got a chance as well. Like, it's not a race I'd want to be getting too heavily involved in, despite the fact that I have had a few quid on. Maybe, not necessarily spite, but maybe Wind Beneath My Wings, if he came in, would have been the bet. Now that he's not here, I'm happy to take the chance on Copacabana. But look, he's a favourite for a bumper. Might work out that that's the right place to be. But, you know, if you've got a different opinion in there, I wouldn't put you off whatever you thought in there. So look, that's day two's wrapped up. I'll be back Wednesday evening to provide Thursday's bets. Should be able to get Friday stuff sorted on the Thursday as well, because I'll be home rather than at the race for those couple of days. But yeah, be lucky. Like the video if you want to like the video. Subscribe if you can, or you want to subscribe. Drop a comment below if you'd like to too. And best of luck for day 2 at the Cheltenham Festival.